Ever seen a barbell bend like a rubber band? That mind-boggling flex isn't just for show. It's the sign of a weight so colossal, it pushes the very limits of physics and human potential. We're talking about the heaviest weight ever lifted by a human being. But before we get to that insane number, let's take a step back and appreciate how we even got here. The quest for strength is as old as humanity itself. From the legendary tales of Milo of Croton, who supposedly lifted a growing calf every day until it was a full-grown bull, to the strongmen of the Victorian era, who captivated audiences with their incredible feats of power. Our fascination with lifting heavy things is deeply ingrained in our DNA. In the early days, there were no standardized rules, no calibrated weights. Strongmen or showmen, they lifted oddly shaped stones, anvils, and even people. It was pure, raw spectacle. Louis Cyr, a French-Canadian strongman from the late 19th century, was a legend. He was said to have backlifted over 4,000 pounds. Think about that for a second. That's the weight of a small car. His feats, and those of others like Eugen Sandow, the father of modern bodybuilding, laid the groundwork for what was to come. They weren't just entertainers, they were pioneers, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. As we moved into the 20th century, the pursuit of strength became more organized. The first weightlifting events were held at the modern Olympic Games in 1896. This was the beginning of standardized competition. Lifts like the snatch and the clean and jerk became the ultimate test of explosive power and technique. We saw titans like Vasily Alexeyev of the Soviet Union, the first man to clean and jerk over 500 pounds. A barrier many thought was unbreakable. His dominance in the 70s made him a global icon of strength. Then came the birth of powerlifting. Unlike Olympic weightlifting, which is about speed and technique as much as strength, powerlifting focuses on pure, unadulterated brute force. The three main lifts are the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. This is where we see some truly astronomical numbers. We've seen lifters like Eddie Hall and Hafthor Bjornsson, famous from the world's strongest man competitions, deadlift over 500 kilograms or 1,100 pounds. When you see a deadlift like that, the bar bends, blood vessels look like they're about to pop, and the entire world seems to hold its breath. It's a primal battle between man and gravity, but even a 500 kilogram deadlift, a feat that would crush an ordinary person, is not the heaviest weight ever lifted. Not even close. To find that, we have to look beyond the conventional lifts we see in competitions. We have to look at a very specific and very rare type of lift, the back lift. So, what is a back lift? Imagine lying on your back, supported by a platform with your legs underneath you. A massive structure is built over your torso, and on top of that structure, an insane amount of weight is loaded. The goal is to straighten your legs, pushing that weight up, even if it's just for an inch. It's a lift that leverages the strongest bones and muscles in your body, primarily your legs and hips, in the most mechanically advantageous way possible. It minimizes the range of motion and puts the load directly over your body's strongest support structure. This brings us to the man and the moment. The year is 1957. The man is Paul Anderson, an American weightlifter and strongman often called the strongest man in the world. Anderson was a legend in his own time. He won an Olympic gold medal in 1956, but his true fame came from his incredible feats of strength performed outside of formal competition. He was a pioneer of the squat, popularizing it in the United States and reportedly squatting over 1,200 pounds. But his most famous and most debated lift is the one that earned him a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records. Paul Anderson performed a back lift, but this wasn't just any back lift. The weight was officially verified at 6,270 pounds. Let's break that down. That's over 3 tons. It's the weight of 3 average-sized cars. It's the weight of an adult male African elephant. He lifted an elephant. Let that sink in. How is this even possible? Let's look at the science. When you perform a back lift, the force is distributed across your entire back and transferred through your hips and into your legs. The human femur is incredibly strong. It can withstand immense compressive forces. Your skeletal structure, when aligned correctly, can act like a powerful hydraulic jack. The range of motion is tiny, just a few inches. He didn't have to lift it from the floor to his waist like a deadlift. He just had to break it free from its supports and hold it. But still, the sheer compressive load on his body is almost unimaginable. To put this in perspective, let's compare it to other lifts. The current world record for a raw squat, meaning without a supportive squat suit, is around 1,069 pounds by Ray Williams. That's an incredible feat, but it's less than a fifth of what Anderson lifted. The world record deadlift, as we mentioned, is around 1,100 pounds. The Olympic weightlifting record for the clean and jerk is 589 pounds, held by Lasha Talakadze. All of these are peak human achievements performed by the strongest people on the planet. And yet, Anderson's 6,270-pound back lift dwarfs them all. Of course, a lift this extraordinary comes with its share of controversy and questions. It was performed before the age of high-definition cameras and instant replays. The verification process was based on the officials present at the time. Many modern lifters and experts question the specifics. How was the weight measured? How far did it actually move? Because it's not a lift that's standardized or commonly performed today, it's hard to compare it directly. Modern strongman competitions have featured similar strength stunts, like lifting cars or platforms with people on them, but nothing has ever officially come close to Anderson's record. So why don't we see people trying to break this record today? There are a few reasons. First, safety. The potential for catastrophic injury is enormous. A slight shift in balance, a failure in the equipment, or a miscalculation could be fatal. The risk-to-reward ratio is simply too high for most modern athletes, whose careers depend on staying healthy and competing in sanctioned events. Second, it's not a competitive lift. There's no backlift world championship. Athletes train for the lifts that are part of their sport: the squat, bench, deadlift, snatch, and clean and jerk. Specializing in a non-competitive stunt lift doesn't make much sense from a career perspective. And finally, there's the question of whether it's even breakable. Paul Anderson was a genetic marvel. At his peak, he was a mountain of a man with unparalleled raw strength. We have experts who have dedicated their lives to studying human performance. What do they think? Some believe that with modern training, nutrition, and perhaps even specially designed equipment, the record could be challenged. They argue that the human body is capable of adapting and achieving more than we think. Others are more skeptical. They argue that Anderson's lift was a perfect storm of a unique individual, a specific type of lift, and a particular moment in history. They believe it might stand forever, a mythical number that represents the absolute peak of human strength, a bit like a folk tale come to life. It's a testament to what one person, through sheer will and physical power, was able to achieve. So, while we may never see someone lift 7,000 pounds in the same way Paul Anderson lifted 6,270, the quest for strength continues. Every day in gyms all over the world, people are pushing their limits, adding another pound to the bar, and striving to be stronger than they were yesterday. Records in the squat, deadlift, and Olympic lifts will continue to be broken as our understanding of science and training evolves, and who knows? Maybe one day, some new age strong man, inspired by the legends of the past, will decide to build a platform, pile on over 3 tons of weight, and attempt to move the immovable. Until then, Paul Anderson's incredible lift remains the high water mark, a towering monument to the outer limits of human strength. What do you think? Is this record beatable, or will it stand the test of time? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the history of strength, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of records. Thanks for watching.